Storms to alert you first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3. Weather coverage you can count on.
Welcome back, everyone. It is Thursday. We've made it to the second half of the week, and we're getting a little more sunshine to enjoy. Of course, there is some clouds to note. Not a lot of them, and none of them really bringing anything with them, at least not yet. But it's still something to note because they're going to keep on increasing as we head through the day. So let's take a peek across the area. As I mentioned, plenty of blue sky to be seen really everywhere, but we're also seeing evidence of the clouds, maybe a little bit lower in the atmosphere over places like Rochester and Albert Lea, Mason City, and even Charles City, pretty far off in the distance. The clouds are a little higher, hanging out and still interacting with the dry air that we had yesterday. That is going to be a key factor in keeping all of this at bay as we go through the day. So satellite and radar here, as you can see, clouds trying to make their way in, but definitely thinning out, kind of just eroding away, if you will, as a little of that high pressure, a little of that dry air sticks around. I am also going to point out the winds, because that's a big factor. We're talking about winds coming in on the breezier side, but also the warmer side. All those red arrows indicating that, yes, temperatures, they're still on their way up. So where are our winds right now? We're sustained around 20 miles per hour in Rochester, 16 in Albert Lea, 17 in Austin, and we're between 15 to 20 in Mason City. Again, coming in from the warmer south, so we're seeing a little more orange on the map as many of us have already made it into the 70s. We're at 71 in Rochester, 72 in Albert Lea, and we're expecting a few more degrees warmer here as we get into the later afternoon. Also expecting these winds to not necessarily die down anytime soon. Over the next 7 hours, kind of staying pretty steady around those gusts coming up around 25 miles per hour with sustained winds anywhere between 15 to 20. So yes, a breezier day than yesterday, but still a very nice one. All right, I've zoomed things out now so we can talk a little bit about the rain that we're seeing here to the west. For the most part, that's where it's going to be staying here as we come through the rest of the day, which is good news for a lot of us who want to head outside. Maybe you have a little bit of extra lawn work to do before the more active weather pattern returns. Well, today's a good day to do it. I'll push time forward to around 6 p.m. when we start to see a little bit more evidence of that rain finally coming our way. Remember, the dry air still definitely there, still battling, and we're still seeing some sunshine around this time. Now let's go until 10 p.m. The sun has set. The clouds are finally beginning to fill in a little more, but that rain's still being held off to the west. It's really not until we officially start our Friday that the moisture takes over. This is around 5 a.m. and it is looking to be more of an active Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's also good news for those of us heading to Clear Lake later today for Thursdays on Maine. Maybe not as much sunshine, but the temperatures are still going to be very comfortable. I personally looking very forward to it. I will be there alongside Chief Meteorologist Aaron White and Meteorologist Travis Clark-Smith. Now, as we talk about the sunshine, the clouds moving in, and then the rain chances coming our way, again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is when we see those chances, even leading into next week, Monday. So a very active pattern coming back. It's not necessarily a bad thing, Annalise, because although the majority of the drought wiped out, there's still a little bit of dryness to be seen. We're going to visit that later on in the newscast.
All right, sounds good, Sarah.